3 weeks ago, Darius Gentry had hired Sabrina Tate as his cook. She arrived at his isolated ranch in the arid territory, claiming experience from families who'd moved east. With help scarce and her wages low, he accepted her without much scrutiny. But from the start, something felt off. Sabrina dressed provocatively, thin fabrics that caught the light, while preparing meals he hadn't requested. She hummed tunes that echoed faintly in his memory, and she knew intimate details, his coffee black with a pinch of salt, just as his late wife Martha had made it. Darius had never shared that quirk. Martha's death 2 years prior was a wound he kept private. Officially, fever had claimed her, certified by Doc Henderson. The town mourned the devoted widower. But Sabrina's knowledge chilled him. At night, he'd hear her wandering the house, not stealing, just pacing, as if reclaiming familiar ground. She'd trace knife scars on the counter from Martha's cooking days, comment on the light patterns at 8:15 a.m., evoking unnamed memories. Each morning, their routine danced on edge. Darius rebuffed her advances, demanding she stop her games. She'd meet his gaze with eerie recognition, as if waiting for him to awaken to some forgotten truth. This morning shattered the pattern. Handing him the coffee, she whispered, "I know what you did to her, Darius, and why you can't tell the truth about Martha's death." The cup slipped, shattering on the floor. Hot liquid splashed, but the words burned deeper. "Martha died of fever," he insisted, voice steady despite inner turmoil. "The whole town knows." Doc signed off. Sabrina knelt, gathering shards with practiced care. "Fever. Convenient, after she discovered your secret." The sun felt colder. Darius's life rested on his honest reputation, a grieving rancher beloved by the community. Now, this stranger dismantled it. "You need to leave," he said weakly. "Pack and go." She rose, shards in hand. "I could, but who'd make your coffee like Martha taught me? Who'd hum her tunes? Who'd know you hid her rocking chair in the barn after she died?" Each revelation struck like a hammer. The coffee was private, the humming, Martha's habit, the chair, his unseen grief ritual. "Who are you?" he whispered. "Someone who knows secrets survive their keepers. Yours is rising from the grave." Memories surged. Darius had crafted a narrative, Martha's sudden fever, peaceful passing. But truth lurked darker. Months before, he'd leaked ranchers' sale plans to the railroad for kickbacks, undercutting neighbors. Business, he rationalized. Martha confronted him, threatening exposure. "Theft disguised as commerce," she'd said. He promised amends, but fear won. That night, he laced her tonic with rat poison. "Martha never taught her recipes," he countered. Sabrina smiled, reminiscent of Martha's triumphant grins. "Protective, yes, especially after learning your railroad betrayal. You silenced her before she could tell." The accusation pierced. She didn't understand economics. "The railroad was inevitable, I ensured our survival." "Your survival," she corrected. "Not hers." The kitchen shrank. Outside, hands worked obliviously. "Clever fever story," Sabrina said, sitting in Martha's chair. "You told Doc she raved irrationally about betrayal." "Poison," finished her quietly. "Poison." The word revived nightmares, her confusion, horror, final plea. "How do you know?" he demanded. She produced a vial with white residue. "From her bottle." "You burned them, but glass lingers. Enough to prove poison." Dread coiled. He'd smashed and scattered everything. "Where'd you get it?" "From a witness. Saw you mix, deliver with a kiss, dig her grave." "A watcher?" "For 2 years." "Who?" "Someone who loved Martha, ensuring punishment." "What do you want?" "Justice, but slowly." She pocketed the vial. "Martha wrote letters, to the marshal about your deals, to ranchers about betrayal, to a trusted soul for justice. Darius had searched post-death, found nothing. No letters. I'd have seen. Martha hid well from untrustworthy husbands. She anticipated murder. 3 letters, Marshall, ranchers, confidant. Who'd she trust? She was isolated. Think, who visited regularly? Harmless, overlooked. Realization dawned. The girl, Sarah, her niece. But a child. Sabrina's eyes gleamed. Not anymore. And I've come to finish her work. You're not Sabrina. No. I'm Sarah. Martha's niece. The transformation stunned. Timid Sarah, 16 during the murder, had helped with chores, blending into shadows. Now, calculated vengeance personified. You were a child, he stammered. Children see plenty. I stayed that fatal week, heard arguments through thin walls. Her confrontation, your false promises. She documented, letters written that night. I watched you poison her tonic, deliver it tenderly. Hid as she died, vowing revenge. Why wait? Why not accuse then? Terrified teen versus respected man. No one believe. So I planned. She withdrew a folded letter. To the marshal, deals, your potential silencing. What do you want? Desperation rose. Money? Her laugh cut. 2 years crafting identity, learning skills, for extortion. No. Then what? Prison. Death. I want you to feel Martha's terror, betrayal, helplessness. You have. Not yet. Your facade stands, respected widower. I'll crumble it slowly. She held the letter. 7 days, letter to Marshall. Meanwhile, I plant doubts, Martha's health, your finances. Watch your world erode, like she did. 7 days of torture. Like Martha's from discovery to death. Then, you'll confess publicly, from guilt, not force. And if I run? Learn from Comanche raiders, slow revenge hurts more. By day 3, paranoia gripped. Town whispers. Martha's odd sudden illness, suspicious deposits. Father Mackenzie probed conscience. Sarah haunted the house, humming Martha's songs, rearranging to old layouts, leaving reminders, bottles, poison packets, grave flowers. Sleepless, appetite gone, facade cracked. Day 5, he ransacked for evidence. Found note, letters safe with unseen ally. Day 6, Mackenzie visited, urging confession. Sarah prepped the community. Evening, tomorrow, Martha's birthday. Fitting for truth. Post-confession. Unsure. This consumed me. Maybe peace follows. 7th dawn, gray skies. Kitchen table held letters, vial, timeline. It's time. They walked to Market Square, crowd gathered. Sarah beside, evidence ready. Before all, sheriff, judge, pastor, neighbors, guilt broke Darius. Words flooded, railroad betrayal, Martha's discovery, poisoning, cover-up. Stunned silence. Sarah handed letters, sheriff read aloud. Murmurs turned furious. Arrest followed. Marshal came, trial swift. Guilty. Hanging, assets forfeited to victims. Ranch sold, Sarah funded widow's aid. She vanished, eastward or incognito, aiding abused women. 6 months later, execution. Last words, sorry, Martha. Genuine. Debatable. The house stood empty, a cautionary relic. Martha's tale endured, betrayal's cost, justice's persistence. Carried by avengers like Sarah, ensuring secrets surface, the dead avenged.